right into our first topic of the day, and that is Henry Cavill back as Superman. He is currently negotiating with Warner Brothers right now to appear in some DC films. From what I'm hearing, is Shazam, Black Adam, Shazam 2, Black Adam, and Aquaman 2. That's going to be very, very weird considering the fact that Aquaman and Superman really don't spend that much time together with just those two in the comics much. But you got to let me know what y'all thinking about that.
To start off, I want to start this one off because Primo Kage has a lot to say, I'm sure. I just wanted to say I'm glad he's back. I think there's a good stepping stone for the, DCEU to actually start working. Maybe not right now, but, in the future, hopefully like 5 years plus in the future. Start dropping, hints, cameos, etc. He definitely grew on me as Superman. Needs work on Clark Kent, but basically that's about it. Go ahead, Prime.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, let me go before him, too, because listen, he's a Superman fan, you guys, so that's why we saving the best for last. I'm excited about it for a couple different reasons. One, Henry Cavill and The Rock are two huge guys, so I can't wait to see Black Adam versus Superman. Don't want to see it in the first Black Adam film, though. Kind of hope they save it. And, like, the whole Shazam Superman combo has always been, like, a shining light to me in, like, the DC universe. Also, the fact that Henry Cavill is coming back, while I do agree he do need to work on this Clark Kent, I enjoy what his Superman became at the end of Justice League. Hopefully the Snyder Cut still keeps that part of him, you know what I'm saying, the way he involved into that version of Superman. And I think him just lending himself to being these films is going to lead into like a Man of Steel 2 or Man of Tomorrow or a Superman, whatever they want to call it. And I'm excited to see that because I'm ready for him to get his own movie again. But if this is the way they're gonna like rev it up to get him his own movie, I'm down with it.
I would love All-Star Superman, by the way. I would love it. I just don't want the ending because he's already died once.
Not right now. Yeah,
but I know. But I would love to see that story eventually.
Yeah. Prime, let's go.
Oh, so where do I start? Let me see. I think it all started in 1997.
Oh, damn.
I'm joking. So I'm excited. Let me put it this way. I'm excited that Superman is back. Fred, I think me and you had this conversation. I don't know, after just watching the movie, that like I was sick and tired of the back and forth with Henry Cavill. Like either shit or get off the pot. One of the two. Like do one and let them replace you or come back. Like I was sick of the back and forth. I am glad that Superman is back. Did I prefer Henry Cavill? Yes, I did. I do think, and shout out to all my Superman Reddit fans, Superman Reddit channel, shout out, because I watched it a lot. I know it's kind of a back and forth between him and Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve is the best overall Superman and Clark Kent. I do think Henry Cavill is a better Superman than Christopher Reeve. We haven't gotten to see him a lot as Clark Kent, if you think about it. Like the movie's called Man of Steel, so it's about Superman like we haven't seen. So I hold off judgment on his Clark Kent, but super excited to have him back. Like you, I'm ready to see him versus Black Adam. I'm like you, I don't want a big fight off the jump, like, maybe, a small 30, 45-second cameo, but I do think that the Holy Trinity is now complete, right? Like DC Universe, I think, is at its best when the big three are in it and happy to be there and doing well. So we got Batman, which still remains to be seen, but I think it will be okay, especially with who we got at the helm of the director's seat. And then Patty Jenkins doing a thing with Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot. Like, you can't help but love her. And then, like, the fans have wanted Cavill back since his appearance in Justice League. That was one of the shining things about him. Like, people love the Superman he kind of turned into after he dies. Like, oh, that's the guy we've been wanting. And Man of Steel isn't the best, but I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. Like, I can still watch that movie even though I'm biased with Superman. I mean, let's be real, we got some worse movies out there, like the Brandon Routh Superman. I mean, like, he did what, 4 movies? Was it 3, 4? Whatever.
Google it right quick.
One was really good. One was okay, and the rest were not. Like, they weren't that great. Like, let's be real about it. Like, so I think Henry Cavill is like now gonna get the time to shine, and I think it will be great to see him in the current crop of like good DC movies, because like Aquaman was great, Shazam was great, Black Adam I think we anticipate to be great because DC's kind of found like this newfound momentum and mindset, right? So I think allowing the great Superman that was in Justice League to be in these movies, Marvel better get ready. Like we got the big three, like they coming. Like Marvel just has to be scared because Marvel just like their top tier guys are gone. Like all they really got is Spider-Man left, and like with Henry Cavill, Pattinson, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, like you got these lovable characters. You got Ezra Miller, even though he knocking chicks out or whatever the case may be. Like, their characters are lovable. So I'm glad. So I'm not gonna say I'm glad Henry Cavill is back. I'm glad Superman is back.
I think. Okay. I think I'm actually. I agree with you, but at the same time, I don't. I'm actually glad. I'm glad here. Superman's back, but I'm also glad Henry Cavill is back because he's a person who wants to be Superman. It was one DC and Warner Brothers who was kind of like, we're gonna go a different route. But like he's been adamant about like pitching ideas for like crossovers. He's been pitching ideas for like what he wants to see in a Superman film. He's been like adamant about bringing in Brainiac. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's a person. He's just like most of the other people who have those roles. And like I put him like in the Ray Fisher, the Jason Momoa, the Gal Gadot, the people who love playing those roles. And he just it was the business side that got in the way. And like Warner Brothers didn't want to get the guy a check. So when he did his other things with like The Witcher and Mission Impossible, it's kind of like, oh well, you guys actually been doing. You don't technically need us. And so when he comes back, it's like, yeah, the guy, he's here and he wants to be here. That's the thing I appreciate most about him.
Right. No, I agree with you on that. Like that's like I think we all know that like we've seen some of the news and stuff that come out that like, a lot of the stuff that has happened with the previous DC films that were bad wasn't on the actors or the director, right? Like it was on Warner Brothers. Like Warner Brothers made a lot of those decisions.
Yeah, a lot of bad ones.
But now they're basically different now.
I don't fault Henry Cavill at all. Like I did want him back. Like I wanted him to be Superman because when I think about like who else would I want to play Superman, it's like I could. Some actors could fill the role, but I do think there's a very different sense when there's somebody who wants to do it. And I think like Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa as Aquaman. Let's be real. None of us has ever been excited about Aquaman. But Jason Momoa, his excitement about it makes you excited about it, right? Like Gal Gadot is like contagious. And I think on the other side of that, you got Ben Affleck who played Batman. It's like, you can kind of tell he really wasn't feeling it, that he really didn't want to do it. Like he did it and I liked him as it, but it just, I don't know. The energy just wasn't there. So I do think you want someone who wants to play the role in the role.
I agree. 100% agree. One thing I do want to mention about that, you did say Warner Brothers now is basically bought out by AT&T a few years back. Do you think that actually helped out with them improving everything?
I think it was Walter Hamada. I think the new guy over the DC stuff, Walter Hamada. I don't know what his actual position he is, but he replaced the guy. And I think ever since he's came in, that's when that winning streak started. You know what I'm saying? I don't think if he would have came in, I don't think we would be getting like the Snyder cut. I don't think we would be getting a lot of these different DC fans that we get now. But ever since he took the helm, DC's kind of been pushing forward on the best way possible.
And so I think to kind of wrap that up and end it, sometimes it does make sense and you need to do a little fan service. Doesn't make sense in all cases just to give the fans everything they want. But every now and again, it makes good sense for everything. Business-wise, money-wise, it just makes sense. And I think it made sense, right, when the new guy stepped in to bring Henry Cavill back.